I was wondering if if the users will be able to create their own report that would look and it will present the data similarly to what I'm about to demonstrate here on my screen. And that is this particular report. This is all with data from NowCerts. What do we have? We have agents. 1, 2, 3, 4 agents. And what else do we have? We have the names of the agents here on the grid. This obviously needs to be visual, just like this, but I'm sure that .NET reports can do a graph like this. Not a problem with that. Here's where the interesting parts are. I'm interested in seeing the relationship between agents and policies. And particularly, well, here's what I need. The premium of the policy, the number, the count of policies, and the revenue, which is a commission or percentage based on the commission from the premium. So these are the three items that really of interest to me. Premium, count, and revenue. Revenue as a percentage of this. In addition to that, as you can see here, there is a little drop down, and I have seen .NET reports to have this capability in a promotional video on your website. So this now is the same agent. This time, these are the lines of business. So here we have a list of lines of business. This is a second query to get the lines of business. Okay. And on the top of that, I want to demonstrate the last little bit of here. When you click on this, now it's a drill down. Now I get a list of all of the policies that belong to this particular agent for the period of time selected. Now I get a little more detail. So this will be create date. This will be the insured trucking company table. Policy type, that will be the line of business. The carrier, now we have a relationship here with the carrier. Lead source, not interested in this. Number of items, not interested in this. Interested in premium. Once again, the producer is listed, which is the agent. And once again, the revenue, which is a percentage of the total premium. This is of interest to me. So there will be a first query to get the list, second query to get it by line of business, a third query to get me the list of all of the items. And obviously a ability to build a report based on certain date range and whatnot, but that's within the filtering capabilities. That's totally different. In this particular case, I have premium, I have new business leads and year to date, but I'm sure that your filters will be able to cover that as well. Okay, if you can get back to me and just let me know if this is possible, if this is something that you can build for us, then I think we will be very, very satisfied with .NET reports overall. I really would like to see a report like this, please. Thank you.
Hey guys, Vladimir, thank you so much for sending the video. It's very helpful. And yeah, we can definitely do something very similar with .NET Report. So I have your video here on the left side, and I have .NET Report pulled up on the right side. So we're going to try to recreate the same thing. So I know you have a chart, but we'll start with the summary one, the table. So I'll just go ahead and go create a new report. Okay, and we want to do a summary report. Like I said, that we can get to the chart later. Let's just do the data first. So you have the producer first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to find that same thing. So agents, and then I guess I'm going to choose the producer first name for now. And then you guys have the premium and all that good stuff. So we're going to go to the policies. let's see what we have under policies. So under policies, I have the policy number, effective date. Okay, I'll choose the effective date so I can put a filter on it. I have the MGA description. I guess I have premium. I'm not sure if that's the premium we need, but I'll choose that. And then I'll leave the rest out for now. And then I know that your commissions and stuff are in endorsements. I know we have the policy commission table too, but I don't know what that is. This is a view. So we had the premium, which is, I guess, going to be base premium here. And then we have the policy count. I guess we can choose a count on any of the fields. Put it on effective date, I guess, or I guess in policy ID. Then we have the sale and revenue. Okay, so revenue is going to be the agency commission and then the agent commission. Okay, and I guess I'll leave this guy out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and maximize this so it kind of looks a little better. Okay, so what we have here is that in the effective date, I don't want it, I want to group on the first name of the person. This I want it only in detail, but I do want to filter on it. Premium sent was from the policies table. I think it's the premium, but we'll count it. Base premium, I know is the right one. So, sorry, sum it, not count it. We're going to sum this guy. Agency commission also, we want to get a sum of it. And then we want to get a sum of the agent commission as well. Okay. I'm going to add a filter and say the date range is for, like, let's just say this year. Okay. And I'll check this option in a second, which will let me choose filters on the report as well. But let's call this agent summary report. Okay. And then let's go ahead and save and run it. Okay. So what I'm expecting is similar tabular data where you have the name of the agent and so I thought just as we thought that this premium is not really the accurate one, so we'll remove that. But yeah, so you have your base premium here, you have agency commission, so it's kind of the similar thing as this table right here, right? So first things first, like, I mean, you can kind of see this is the same data. You have the first name of the producer and then the base premium, policies, and agency commission and agent commission. You have drill down built in, so you can expand it. And I mean, obviously this premium sent, I tried this, this is not a useful thing, but you can kind of see that in effective date, I chose it in details only. So I can add more columns in here for the individual rows. So this kind of gives me all the individual rows. So there are, I guess, 108 records here, and these are all the base premium and agency commission and stuff. So let me go ahead and edit this report real quick and then add a few things to it. So I'm going to expand this again. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is delete this guy premium sent, because I mean, I clearly saw that this was useless. Now I want a count somewhere. I can put that as in policies. And I can, I guess, just put the ID, and I can make this count and then go up. Okay, so one thing I can do is I do not have to include it in the details. Okay, so I don't need to see it, and I want to label this as the count of item count or whatever we called it in the other report. I think it's if I go here, I guess it's called policies count or something. Okay, so I can call it policy count. Okay. The other thing I can do is quickly add some formatting here. So I know the commission, agent commission is going to be currency. I don't remember if it was currency there or not, but so you can do things like that. If I want to change the label here, I can do the same thing. So for example, premium, I'm just going to call it premium, and the format would again be currency too. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay. So now what I'm expecting is to see the, the count here, and then, pretty much the same thing as what the other one was showing. Another few things that I can add is that in policies, like let's say I want to see the insured's name, and like let's say I want to see the expiration date as well, and like let's say the business type was also an important one, which comes in the drill down. So I can move these guys up. Effective and expiration can be together, and I can say the insured is going to be, I guess, first. And then I want to see the business type as well. But see, all of these, I only want to see it once I go into the detail. I don't want to see it in the main report, right? Same thing with expiration date, only in detail. Okay, so now if I save and run it, let's see how we do. And I guess I can move it to the policies report folder as well. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of what I wanted to see, right? So policy count, 34 counts. Now, if I go ahead and expand this, this would drill down into and give me each one of these 34 rows. So you see these are the 34 rows. And, I guess business type is not the right field. It's a number. So I'm going to try and find that data too. But you can kind of see that I have the effective date, expiration date, the actual premium, which is being added up here, and the commission here, right? So if I look at the other guy, I guess this guy has 29 records here. So if I expand it, I see the 29 records. Okay. So this kind of gives you an idea of how we do the drill down report, which you had on your video as a click into the detail one. Now, I know you had a summary one in there too, so we're going to go do that next. But just to kind of give you an idea, and it's very easy to sort things. Like if you just want to sort by ascending or descending date, it's all server-side paging. It's built in. So you see the effective date is just here. Now, if I just want to see everything for just like, let's say last month, and I hit refresh report, it should just come back with, I guess this is the only stuff that's in here in this month, right? So you can apply filters this way. Okay, last month you can clearly see the effective date is in October. So another thing we can do is, okay, so I can also quickly put this on a chart. Okay, it's automatically going to do a few things. So this, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete business type because clearly this was just a number. We can try and find the actual business type from somewhere. Maybe it's line of business, and we can put the name in there and move this guy up. And like for now, put it in detail only. Okay. The other thing I wanted to do was quickly put this on a chart, right? And another thing I want to do is I also want to set up filters, some more advanced filters right there on the report as well, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and change this to, I guess last month was a good one where we just had one agent in there. Pretty sure we can just do this here. Okay, that's fine. Save and run. Okay, so it's probably gonna plot a chart which is not gonna look as nice because it's trying to put too many agents in there, and it's putting everything in there. We're gonna clean up the chart a little bit, but if I filter to last month only, so I know I'm just gonna get one agent. But when I do that, so you see it kind of plots this for me that the premium is 3,000. The others are there too, but they're just so small compared to, because this is just 6, so it's not, it's trying to plot all these numbers on the chart, which is not the ideal thing. In any case, so let me go ahead and expand that and see if I can get the business type now. Okay, right. So now the business type is showing personal auto, which is much better. But see, the column name is name. So I can go ahead and change that to line of business, which is going to be right here, and go to settings and change this to policy type something. Okay, so you can kind of see that how we're building the report fairly quickly and easily. Okay, and it's, giving you drill down data that you wanted to see in here in this tab. Like if I expand this, this is what you're seeing in the other columns, right? You have the policy type. I guess you can add carrier too. You didn't care about lead source, but you can add these columns in. I do want to fix one thing where you can see kind of, it's trying to plot all the numeric values on the chart and kind of looks really off. Talked about a little bit in that before. So I'm going to edit the report, and So what I can do is, you see where it says, plot these in graphs. So I'm gonna uncheck all these three. So now what it's gonna do is just plot the count on the graph. Okay. So when I save and run, should look a lot better and actually look kind of like what you have in the other chart. So it's kind of like in your other chart where you just have the one count in here. So it's very similar now where you just get the count of the policies here, policy count for each one. So the other amounts are not, you can switch the graph to plot premium or anything else you want. So you don't have to have all those different values plotted, just this one would be enough. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do the other report, which was basically this one where you wanted to drill in and wanted to see the summary by line of business. Okay, so there are two ways to do this in .NET Report. So let me do the first one, the easy one, which is going to be very similar to that, what we just did. So when you have this only in detail, there is another option here that's called group in detail. Okay, so what this would do is it would just simply take the aggregate and it would apply it to the date range. So what I also did was I changed the filter to date range between. So, instead of picking all the policies, we're just gonna pick like one quarter from September to December. This is like, I think, your test database, so it really has a lot of garbage data. This date range just seemed to work better when I tried the report. So in any case, so the only thing I changed in the main report was, the date range and then group in there. Okay, so what this would plot is pretty much the same thing as we had before. So you have and I think I showed you this too, that this all sorting and everything is built in. So if you want to just do sort by policy count or premium, you can kind of see that it lines up. So you can do things that way. In any case, so if I expand this guy here, so because I basically grouped by policy type in here in detail, so you see it's doing exactly what the other report did, where it's grouping the premium, commission, and everything by each policy type. And I can drill into another one. It should do the same thing. I don't know how good of an example that one is. And so hopefully this makes sense. Now there is another way to do it where we can do a linked report. I showed you how to do the group in detail. There is another way to do a linked report, which can kind of have the same effect, but it could give you details in a different way. So what I'll do is I'll create a new report and I'll just simply do a list report, I guess, and call it policy details. Okay, so I can put like the policy number in there, the effective date, expiration date. I'm also going to put the insured in there. And I think from the agents, I want to put the first name and last name of the agent. And, we can do other details of the policy as well. So this is basically trying to get a detail of the policy. Okay, I'm going to put a filter in there for effective date. Also put a filter on fly in there and put a range for this year. Okay, I'm going to call this one policy details. Okay, so this will of course get me all the policies. I mean, I don't really need to run it. This is just a detailed report. It's going to pretty much bring back all the policies you have. Okay, so now going back to reports, I will go ahead and look at our agent summary report. Okay, and what I want to do the report. Okay, so I'm going to link to the other report which I just created, the policy details one. Okay, and when the user clicks on this is the agent's first name. So I'm going to link the report with this same column. Okay, so now I can save this report and run it. And it's essentially going to have the exact same effect, hopefully, as will have the exact same effect as what you had in the other report that you started off with. In the same report where, we have the same data here where you can expand the totals group by the policy type still. But because I added the new link thing, so we have a link to the And you can see that it goes to the policy details with the agent filtered, and it gives you the list. So you can go and build another detail. You can add the columns and stuff that you need in the detailed report. I guess the back needs to work a little better. Anyways, so I can click into a different one and get the policy details for that one too. Okay, so hopefully this will kind of show you the same kind of reports that you had in the other section, and you can see hopefully how easy it is to do this with .NET Report, and how easy it is to change, so users can add columns as they need to. They can sort and change things and add filters very quickly, very easily. Okay.